Hey all, Kate here from Nimble Minecart, and today we are reacting to a game series video of a series of the game Amanda the Adventurer. The name is right in front of me, but I messed it up somehow. Now, if you don't know what Amanda the Adventurer is, it's basically a very short horror game that was part of some sort of game jam, I think, and it takes heavy inspiration from both edutainment games, or something like that, and obviously Dora the Explorer. To be honest, Amanda the Adventurer kind of sounds like some sort of ripoff. And as we see, we have this, which, let's see how many nightmares I have with this. Oh, and also, for a little update, I did order the Kamen Rider Geats figure along with this vinyl figure, which the vinyl one will be coming first, so you'll be getting a bonus mini review. So you'll be getting a mini review of that. And the other figure won't be here until October because my dumbass decided to get the American version. Hopefully the American version and the Japanese version have no differences. I hope. Anyways, let's do this. Here goes.
Hi Internet, welcome to Game Theory. I'm MatPat.
Sure.
Amanda the Adventurer.
Okay.
Do you know which of these games that is?
Yeah, obviously.
That's right. We need to.
Of course he has FNAF in it.
A theory. What kind of
Okay.
theory should we make? Let's try again. What kind of theory should we make? Say the right answer. That's right. A game theory. Oh, look at that. We're now outside your house. How do we break in? Come on, you have to choose something. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in.
No thank you. No thank you. Okay, that's some cute art.
Hello,
But still, I don't want that man in my house.
Theory, the show that's asking, do you see the subscription button?
Yeah.
Click on that one. Nope, you don't want to see what happens if you click on it.
I've already clicked on it.
Choice. What a good. Dora the Explorer. She's cute, she's funny, she's willing to stare at you for hours with her cold, dead eyes.
True. Stop staring at me, woman.
But what if you took the concept of Dora the Explorer and truly let it enter the dark nightmare purgatory that we know all children's programming to be? Enter
that's true.
Amanda the Adventurer, a short little indie title developed by designer James Pratt as part of Dread XP's found footage jam back in April.
Yes,
the premise is
I was
that you
right.
find some old
I was
VHS
right.
tapes of the show Amanda the Adventurer in your attic.
But yeah, also if you're wondering, if you want me to play this, maybe I might play it in October or something. I don't really have an interest in playing it, but to be honest, seems fun. So yeah.
But immediately you can tell that something here is gonna be amiss.
You don't say.
That's how you know it's scary, Matt.
When the E is backwards. Yeah, that. Ooh, spooky.
In true Dora the Explorer fashion, Amanda wants you to click on specific things or spell certain words, pausing an awkwardly long amount of time for you to figure out what the correct answer is.
Do you know where the store is?
But be careful, because this ain't the Dora you grew up with. If you answer any of
we
Amanda's questions
know.
incorrectly, she starts to get irritated. Troll her for long enough and she starts forcing you into responding with the right answers, removing all other options or just straight up seizing control of the keyboard. Also, can we just agree that it's a bit strange we're watching VHS tapes, but we're playing them like a video game, typing and using the mouse to click on answers? I'm just saying, it doesn't quite make a lot of sense. Over the course of the games, Amanda and her friend Wooly take you to a handful of different locations. The first tape focuses around getting apples from the grocery store, despite the fact that her friend Wooly seems to be allergic.
I'm allergic to apples.
And what did she say?
You should never be afraid to try something new.
At the end, a glitchy roll.
Okay. Whoa, yes, I do agree with that. That doesn't mean you should force someone who is allergic to something to eat or touch something they're allergic to, because especially depending on like their severeness to the allergy, like peanuts or something. Like, you don't know how severe it is. Like, they could either like simply like pass out, or worse, have a stroke. I'm just saying. Still, it's like, I do agree with the never be afraid to try anything new, but sometimes that doesn't always work.
Of credits plays. Of course, I looked through all the credits frame by
Okay.
frame to see if there might be anything hiding there.
Because of
Mostly
course you
just
did.
Parodies of real-life celebrity names that make you go, oh yeah, that's a reference.
Directed by Heave Starvey, as opposed to Steve Harvey. That's funny, so that's good.
Oh.
I think it's
Ooh.
like Hans Zimmerman.
Oh!
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Music by Hans Zimmer. That's right.
But outside of all the
Okay.
grown-worthy comedy, there is actually a secret code hidden inside this thing. Text
And
that
that
says,
is-
turn the TV off now. So, like any good
Oh
parent,
gee,
I
I
did exactly
wonder
what I
why
was
it says
told. I
that.
tried to. I pressed every single button, but nothing would turn
No.
this thing off or break. There was just the
No.
empty sound of my clicking mouse. So, having no choice but to
Wah,
carry on with
wah,
Amanda's
wah,
adventure, we went in with
wah.
episode 2. Let me tell ya, that scary backward Z wasn't lying. As soon as the game begins, we see Wooly walking towards the camera, breaking the fourth wall to address
Yeah, there he
us
is.
on the
There-
other
there's-
end of the
there's a
screen,
boy.
telling us to listen because he doesn't have much
Yeah.
time.
Oh, you.
Yeah?
We don't have much time.
Uh-huh.
Whatever you do.
A glitch then forces Wooly back into his normal
Ooh.
position. Today's adventure has us at the butcher.
To be honest, I don't know why, but whenever I see this Amanda character, specifically when she like gets annoyed or pissed off, I don't know, it just fills me with some sort of hatred. Not the same type of hatred I have for the character Eleanor. No. But still, whenever I see this Amanda character, it just all I feel is some sort of rage. I want to grab her and slam her stupid, poorly animated 3D head against a wall multiple times. I know that sounds really screwed up considering that this character is like a child, but then again, it's not because, you know, the character is actually a demon that's in control of a avatar. What I'm trying to say is I don't really have the most sane thoughts about certain characters, so to make sure people don't think I'm deranged, let's carry on. Let's carry on.
Get some meat for Grandma, which is weird considering that Grandma's
Yeah.
a vegetarian.
Today, we're going to get meat for Grandma. But isn't Grandma a vegetarian?
Once you fill in the blank and ask the butcher for meat, he
Ooh.
brings out a large pile of realistic-looking stuff. And we just stand there
Uh-huh.
awkwardly watching as he cuts, and Amanda slowly turns to
Ooh.
Wooly.
Beef. It's what's for dinner.
Apparently not tonight, friends. More like lamb chops. We start
Ooh.
the third tape, and our sheep friend
Oh,
Sean
and-
with
oh, and
a
actually-
small pile of wool
Yep.
left in his place. Episode 3 is
Okay, also, I don't know, he probably will go over this, but like somewhat recently, there was like an update that added a fourth tape, which not only shows what happened to Wooly, but also gives some more lore to this game, so yeah. And actually, to be honest, again, despite the fact I don't really have that much interest in playing this game, I'm actually kind of interested in like just like what Baldi did, or the developer of Baldi. Like, he eventually made his free game into like this fully fledged game that's still work in progress. It'd be cool if like the developers behind this game did the same thing. I'm just saying. Be really cool. Maybe we could have like an ending where we defeat Amanda or something. I don't know. I'm just giving recommendations, I guess.
is all about going home. But we're not escorting Amanda back to her place. Oh no. She wants into our house. Her body begins
Yeah.
to contort. Demonic whispers start to crescendo. We hear the
Yeah, when I see this version of the character, I want to rider kick it straight into a wall of spikes. I'm just saying. That's the only thing I'm going to say, because again, I don't want any of you to think I'm deranged, because I promise I have sanity. I know some of the things I've uploaded on this channel might make you think otherwise, but trust me, I have sanity. Fucking somehow.
distorted phrase, say
Yeah.
hello. When we finally
No, thank
decide
you.
to let her in, we're met with a final jump scare. A monster in what appears to be a living room. R. Wallpaper in the background. Now look at the wallpaper.
It's honestly not that
We've been
scary,
watching these
to be
things on
honest.
TV. It's an exact match.
Listen, if I want to be honest, it's mostly like the white stuff. It's this right here that, to be honest, kind of grosses me out a bit. It just, god, ew, it looks gross.
Everybody sound the Afton alarm. Amanda, in true
Oh, God.
horror game fashion, has broken out of her game in order to kill us. And then that's it. Roll credit.
Actually, now I was thinking about it, I wonder if we're ever going to get something where, like, instead of like what MatPat said, like the main villain being someone trapped in a video game and they escape that video game to kill someone, how about instead of like that being the role of the villain, it's actually the role of the good guy, specifically the main character. Like, the main character is like trapped in this video game and someone helps him out and he has to defeat this other evil who is basically in the same role as him, but evil. Like, come on, actually, you know what, screw it, I'm doing that. Yeah, screw it, I'm going to do that. So, yeah, why not?
Credits. Like I said, it's short, sweet, full of creepy moments, perfect
True.
for an indie horror let's
Guess.
play. But as for theories,
Yeah.
there's not so much there. It's pretty cut and dry. Just a
Well-
monster disguised as a kid's cartoon character wants out of this game story. Or
Well-
at least that's how it was. But since the
Yeah.
initial release of Amanda the Adventurer, there have been more and more updates to this thing.
That's
Each
true.
one adding
It's like with
secret
Baldi.
tapes to the game that start building out who or what exactly these characters are. The
Yeah.
first and most obvious
Yep,
change when you
episode
open up
4
updates
or
is
something.
this picture suddenly appearing on the wall.
Oh.
Children playing together with their eyes scratched out.
Yeah.
Clearly, this has been added after the fact to mean something. Now, the playful
Gee, you
childlike
think?
pose seems to indicate a brother and a sister. They also
Yeah.
have the same hair color.
Probably
which, if this
playing
was
as the
normal life,
brother,
would mean practically
think.
nothing. But in video game speak, that shorthand for these people are clearly related. Also, you notice anything
Yeah, fair
familiar
enough.
about the girl
Fair
in the
enough,
photo?
especially
Yellow
for
shirt,
MatPat.
blue pants. It's the
Oh.
exact same as another little girl we know, Amanda. Could this girl be
Oh.
our adventurer? Well, let's look back at the interactions between Wooly and Amanda on the tapes. On the
Okay.
second VHS, when Amanda and Wooly want to go and buy some meat, they both refer
Yeah.
to Grandma as, as Grandma. Calling her
Okay.
a familial title seems
That's
to
true,
indicate that
I
she's a
guess
grandma
so.
to both of them. Again, implying that these two might actually
Um,
be related. Could it be?
if, MatPat, I don't think I don't recommend you would say that, because that would bring up a whole new question, like, is Wooly adopted? Because I think that would, because if Wooly is adopted, I think it would be a good thing that the character will be adopted, because if the character wasn't adopted and they were related, you know, that would bring up several questions. Several questions related to something that I absolutely despise.
Wooly and Amanda, brother and sister,
Yeah.
somehow transported into the world of the show. Certainly seems that way. Beyond the picture
guess,
on the wall,
you know,
the 3 updates have all worked largely the same
It's a
way.
it's a horror indie game. Would you really be surprised if that was the case?
Man, what you need.
I wouldn't.
Normally, the answer is meat, but if you type the
True.
word lamb in specifically in honor of Wooly, a new tape appears
Ooh.
on your pile. Putting
Oh!
this one into the
Huh.
VCR reveals different clues depending
Okay.
on which update you're
Oh.
playing. Update 1.1 gives you 3 real photos:
Ah,
a house,
it's one of
a forest
those.
trail, and a butcher shop with a load of pigs
Ugh.
hanging from hooks. Update
Not
1.2
lambs?
replaces
Huh.
the image that you find on the secret 4th tape. This time, it reveals
Okay.
the image of a real forest with a big red circle
Ah.
part of it. Seems to be continuing.
A real forest. I wonder if fans of this are going to go to that forest to find anything. Personally, I wouldn't be surprised.
The 1.1
saying.
update and the forest trail that we saw. When
Yeah.
you see the red circle in the forest, it then
Ugh.
prompts you for an answer. The correct word
And this
is Wooly.
is-
Clearly, this is where Wooly,
Ooh.
or should I say the boy who would become Wooly, was
Yeah.
buried after being butchered, literally, by Amanda, his own
Ugh.
sister. Wait a minute. Nostalgic IP,
Oops.
creepy tapes, dead kid? Ladies and gentlemen, we just got the game theory bingo!
Oh,
At this point, I was just excited for update 1.3. Couldn't wait to see how
Uh-huh.
it would expand upon the
That
unfolding
is-
story. And when it came out, I was not prepared for the roller coaster that it would take me on. In the most recent update,
Of
we
course
not
you
met
weren't.
with realistic
Oh,
photos, but
tape
instead one final
something,
adventure
something,
for
something.
Amanda and Wooly as they search for
Oh,
buried treasure
okay,
out
yeah.
in the middle of the forest.
Remember,
Three ominous
checking this.
mounds loom in front of us.
Holy shit, is that Squid Games?
And Wooly is clearly not his usual self. He's distracted,
Okay.
almost like he's here against his will. Amanda
Yeah,
asks you
that's
to
true.
click on the correct mound, and once you do, things take a very dark turn.
I brought a crowbar, a rope, and a shovel. We already used the crowbar for the door. We used the rope for... And now we only have the shovel.
Normal to need a noose on your adventures there, Amanda? It's
No,
not Wooly
no, it's not.
Mike's character, just like he did at the start of episode 2,
Ooh.
proclaiming that he doesn't care what Amanda's gonna do to him. He grabs the camera and talks to us directly.
You, take the tape out now and destroy them. Burn them.
Oh.
Whatever. Just get rid of these other tapes.
Ugh.
Do you hear me? You can't let anyone else watch these.
Amanda, like a possessed child, begins to float in the background,
That
transforming
is-
into the monster. If Wooly wasn't dead
Ugh.
already at the butcher shop, well, he certainly is now. But his
Yeah.
outburst does give us some valuable insight. Notice what he says.
No, I can't let you do this anymore. I don't care what you do to me.
The key word here is anymore.
Okay, I feel like what he's going to get into, which I'm just predicting this. I'm pretty sure what he's going to say is basically like, yeah, the demon possessed the sister, causing the sister to kill her brother, and God knows what happens to the sister, and I don't know. But if there's a mention of, oh, the demon that kills you at the end of this game possessed the sister, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm just saying.
This isn't Amanda's first rodeo. She's done this before. But what
Okay,
is
true.
the this that she's doing exactly? Well, for
Yeah,
that, we actually have to go to the game's Itch.io
elaborate.
page. On it, we
Ah,
have two very
Itch.io.
obviously scratched out lines. The first, curiosity takes hold and you decide to watch
Yeah.
the tapes and let horror, scratched out, nostalgia, take you back to a simpler time. And, quote again,
Yeah.
included with this box set, let me out. So we have
I
ourselves
see.
an XD in the tape that
Generic
walks out
glitch
and
test-
a clever
text
pun,
as
a
well.
horror that takes you back. In short, it seems like a monster is coming out of the TV and is dragging victims back into the tapes, feeding
Yeah.
souls into the world of Amanda the Adventurer. Probably the reason why all the objects and buildings and trees here have eyes, because there's people
Fair enough,
trapped
I
inside
guess.
of this thing. Like Wooly said, he can't do
What if... Wait, what if that's the case for Dora, actually? What if, like, Dora's just, like, some sort of insane serial killer or something?
this anymore. Based on the number of living objects inside of this
Yeah.
world, looks like the two of them have been busy for a while. The whole thing actually reminds me
You
a lot
don't
of the
say.
horror movie The Ring, specifically the American sequel The Ring 2. If you don't
Oh.
know, the Ring franchise is all about a girl
Oh,
named
that.
Samara who exists inside of
Yeah.
a cursed VHS tape. If you watch the tape, 7 days later, the
To be honest, I don't get why I didn't figure that out. Like, I don't know why my brain didn't, like, sync. You know what? This kind of reminds me of The Ring. I don't know why I didn't sync that. Then again, instead of, like, 7 days, the demon comes instantly, so, yeah.
evil girl crawls out of the
Ugh.
TV to kill you. And immediately
Yeah.
you can start to see a resemblance in these stories. Amanda and Samara, sisters from other misters, crawling out of TVs to kill people who watch their show. But specifically
Okay.
in the sequel, one of the main characters has a dream about being pulled into the television and is then literally possessed by Samara. Later on, another
Wah,
character
wah,
gets dragged in. Sounds
wah.
awfully familiar, right? And in both The Ring
Yeah.
and Amanda the Adventurer, our monster clearly wants to get out, but doesn't seem to want to stay out, having to return back to the realm of the VHS every single time. That then begs the question, was Amanda always a monster, or was she and her brother the first to be dragged in by something that was already on the tapes? Honestly,
Yeah,
it's unclear.
wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, especially since I said especially since I'm pretty sure the sister is long gone.
There's not a lot
Oh, the
to
brother's
go off
still
of, but
there, I
if I were to
guess.
guess, it actually has to do with this right here. These weird white
Yeah.
circles that are on the top of the monster's
Yeah.
head. Notice that overall the monster has humanoid features. Fingers,
Yeah.
hips, even has Amanda's hair buns. Really,
Yeah.
the most notable thing about the
To be honest, I don't know. To be honest, it's the hair buns and the teeth that just make this not scary. Look, I don't mean that as like something. I don't mean that as like hate for this or like me saying, "Oh, this game isn't scary. It's crap." No, no, no. I'm just like, in my honest opinion, this really isn't that scary. Okay, to be honest, mostly the body's kind of generic, but still, it's mostly especially the hair buns. That's what really gets me on the, yeah, this really isn't that scary. Especially since, I don't know, the teeth are just way too big. Listen, if you got rid of like the top row and kept the bottom row, maybe it would be a little scary. But still, it's like, I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, this still grosses me
design
out.
here are these white dots. Are they
Yeah.
empty eyeballs? Some sort
No.
of a fungus?
Yeah.
Maybe. But to me, knowing that this is a game where humans and monsters are entering and leaving digital worlds, they're very reminiscent
Yeah.
of the nodes on an EEG cap. Now, long-time
Ah!
tourists know that in
I actually remember hearing like those white ball things are like souls or something, which, you know, I guess understandable.
In a former life, I studied neuroscience, and one of the labs that I worked in did experiments using these sorts of EEG caps, or
Wait, former life.
electroencephalography caps. Basically, these caps are networks
Okay.
of electrodes placed at specific locations around the head. All
I mean, yeah,
electrical
I've-
signals that are passing from one section of the brain to the next. No joke.
True.
In the experiment that I worked on, I could read what a person's brain was thinking before they themselves realized.
I feel like the whole thing of him saying former life is mostly just to make people think like he's still in character as the creepy that thing. I'm pretty sure that's what he's trying to do, because like in some of his series, like he plays a character that's like him but not. An example I can give is like his series for Among Us, where he played someone that was basically him, but as an imposter. So yeah, I really, to be honest, that's actually the type of series I like. When like MatPat plays like some sort of character that, again, it's the character is almost like him, but it's not. I don't know why, I find that interesting, really do.
It. Now, obviously,
Okay.
I'm talking about very rudimentary signals here, but in
Yeah.
theory, in neurological theory, I was taking a person's thoughts and I was putting them into a computer via these electrical signals.
I feel like I don't know why, I feel like those cap things are going to be one of the reasons why humanity will eventually find a way to put people in like robots or something, like put their consciouses inside a robot or something. I don't know. I'm just saying. If MatPat can go crazy with all this stuff, then so can I.
The game using one of these sorts of caps, and now she's trapped, eager to force others to join her inside this VHS world. Or considering that Amanda's a 3D animated character, maybe this was a situation with mocap gone awry, where little white dots were placed all over the actress's face and body to capture her movement to create animation, only for her to then wind up inside of the machine. Regardless, this appears to be the moment of Wooly's death. Amanda and Wooly have lured yet another victim to the forest. Wooly can't do this anymore. He stands up to Amanda and is ultimately killed off and buried in the woods for it. It's worth noting here that the brother in the game, Wooly, is depicted as a sheep. Up to this point, he's someone who's been too scared to stand up for what's right. He's been sheepish. He's then followed along with Amanda's murder scheme. He's followed her like a sheep does. Finally, like a sheep, when he does try to fight, he's ultimately slaughtered. Either way, the tapes don't stop at Wooly's murder. And
I wonder if that's the reason why PETA complains about this video. Wouldn't be surprised.
the second half
So,
of this newest installment,
yeah.
once Wooly's been dealt with by Amanda, the video then shifts to
Oh, yeah.
footage. Not just real images, but actual video of someone with a flashlight
Yeah.
wandering through the woods. Eventually,
Pretty cool.
they reach a pile of sticks that almost looks like a shrine. They place this most
Okay.
recent tape underneath the sticks and pull out fire ready to burn it,
Oh,
except then they
okay.
hear the familiar whispers of demonic force. The same whispers that you hear at the end of the game once you free the monster. They wind up not burning the tape, instead taking it back to the truck and lying about burning it to someone else on the phone.
Yeah, I found the place. It was just off the highway. The tapes are all destroyed.
Apparently, this thing has a hold of our protagonist. But the key detail
Oh,
here
I
is
wonder
this.
why.
Ever? No, I don't think so. Who'd be following me?
It seems like there's someone else or a group of people
yeah.
out there who are trying to gather these tapes because they understand the power the tapes hold. Swiper, no swiping those evil possessed tapes. Oh man! Throughout the video, we see a box these tapes came in with an additional VHS that reads, "Destroy tape, do not watch." Clearly, people know about the evil that's on these things.
Oh gee, if you haven't figured out that Amanda the Adventurer isn't, like, if you haven't figured out that Amanda the Adventurer is horror related, then clearly this is a sign. Which, if you finally realize that it's a horror video game, then why did it take you so long?
The last owner
Curious.
did, well, the literal
Destroy.
least amount possible to prevent people from unleashing that evil. Seriously,
Yeah.
a label on the box telling people not to watch? Come on, man! This is not how you prevent a demon.
Then again, it's horror. Horror logic is just confusing. It really is. It's like, why are you doing that? Why? Oh my god, so stupid. Yeah, it's mostly a bunch of that.
Uprising. So, Amanda the
Yeah.
Adventurer, a series of tapes where a girl is drawn into a fictional world and trapped there.
I hate
Goes
her.
on to capture
I hate this
dares
character.
walk
I hate
the
that.
cursed
I hate this
episodes for
character so much.
themselves. Her brother was partners with her for a while, a sheepish
Yeah.
boy who followed her lead only to be slaughtered when he got
Wah,
cold
wah,
feet.
wah.
And now the conspiracy between mysterious groups trying to capture the tapes and harness the power inside for themselves.
burnt them.
I mean, that is some seriously scary kids content. Almost as scary as those Spider-Man Elsa channels. But hey,
Oh, come on, it's not that
just
bad.
a theory.
Aw, sweet, man-made horrors beyond my comprehension.
A game theory.
Thanks for watching.
Do you know what the subscribe button is?
Yes.
Good job. Now, should the subscribe button be red or gray? That's
Gray.
right, gray. If it's red, you should click it. Then it'll be gray, and you'll get all the latest videos. Now, there's one last choice. Which video do you want to watch next? There's this one about another cursed indie game, or we've got this one about lost VHS tapes. Huh, I guess we really do have a type. Take your pick. Which do you...
Nope. Because of course it ends on this. MatPat, high as fuck, staring into my soul. Yeah, I really needed to see this image of MatPat literally on drugs, staring into my soul. Okay. So, anyways, that was it for this reaction video. That is almost 30 minutes long. So I'm going to end it here. So yeah. Anyways. That was it for this video. Make sure you all subscribe and like for more, and I'll see you all later. Peace out, home guards, and goodbye.